The USATF Championships opened with electrifying performances in the women's 100-meter heats, instantly setting the tone for what promises to be a defining competition. Four names emerged as the clear headline: Melissa, Sha'Carri, Terry, and Jacious. Each stepped onto the track with composure, confidence, and determination, knowing the heats were more than a formality. They were statements of intent. Sprinting is unforgiving, and early rounds demand both precision and efficiency. These athletes did not simply qualify, they dominated. From explosive starts to powerful finishes, their control of the race left no doubt about their readiness for the later stages. Spectators felt the intensity as times flashed on the scoreboard, confirming their supremacy. The heats, often overlooked as mere preliminaries, became a showcase of raw speed and national depth. For the audience and analysts alike, the performances did more than advance athletes to the semifinals. They reshaped expectations. With these four sprinters standing out so clearly, anticipation for the battles ahead grew, fueling excitement that the women's 100-meter final could become one of the most competitive in recent memory. Melissa entered her heat with calm determination, and her execution was flawless. From the gun, her reaction was sharp, setting the tone immediately. Her acceleration phase was smooth, her stride length efficient, and her form carried remarkable balance between strength and control. What made Melissa's performance stand out was not just the victory, but the ease with which she achieved it. Rivals attempted to match her rhythm, but quickly fell behind, unable to match her precision. Crossing the line, she looked composed, almost as though she had another gear she had chosen not to use. Such efficiency is vital in championships where conserving energy for later rounds is as important as dominating early. Melissa's heat sent a clear message. She is prepared, disciplined, and capable of handling the pressure of championship racing. Analysts noted her performance as one of the cleanest technical races of the day, underlining her readiness to challenge for the national title. Her run transformed her from contender to clear threat in the eyes of both fans and competitors. Sha'Carri Richardson's presence on the track always brings intensity, and her heat performance reaffirmed her standing as one of the sport's most electrifying figures. Known for her explosive starts and fierce acceleration, she wasted no time in asserting dominance. Within the first 30 meters, she had already separated herself from the field, her cadence sharper and her drive more powerful than her rivals. By the halfway point, the outcome was no longer in doubt. Yet what impressed most was not simply her speed, but her focus. Sha'Carri's career has been a blend of brilliance and adversity, and this heat served as proof of her resilience. Her time, comfortably among the fastest of the day, showed that she is not only fit, but also mentally prepared for the battles to come. Fans erupted as her result was confirmed, sensing this was more than a qualification. It was a declaration. Sha'Carri had not come to participate. She had come to dominate. Her heat victory established her as one of the central figures heading into the semifinals and final. Terry's heat showcased a masterclass in technical execution. While her start was steady rather than explosive, her transition into full sprinting was seamless. Her acceleration built steadily, and by the 60-meter mark, she had surged past competitors with clinical efficiency. What distinguished her performance was the consistency of her form: upright posture, smooth arm drive, and perfect stride rhythm. She did not appear to strain, conserving energy while still along the line comfortably ahead. Terry's ability to combine composure with effectiveness is what makes her dangerous in later rounds. While some sprinters rely on raw explosiveness, Terry relies on balance, discipline, and timing. Her run may not have carried the theatrics of a dramatic finish, but it carried something more powerful: certainty. In heats where the goal is to advance while avoiding mistakes, Terry's performance was close to ideal. Analysts highlighted her as one of the most efficient runners of the day, emphasizing that her controlled dominance could prove decisive when medals are on the line. Terry turned precision into her weapon, leaving a lasting impression. Jacious entered her heat with less attention than the established names, but she left it as one of the day's brightest stories. Her start was explosive, catching both rivals and spectators off guard. She attacked the track with fearless intent, running each phase of the race with urgency. While others focused on conserving energy, Jacious made her mark by demonstrating she belonged among the elite. Her drive phase carried her clear into contention, and she maintained that lead through the finish with a determination that earned immediate respect. For a younger athlete, such composure under pressure revealed maturity beyond her years. The crowd responded with admiration, recognizing they had just witnessed the rise of another genuine contender. Her performance was not only about advancing, but about sending a message that she is capable of standing alongside the sport's best. Analysts called her heat one of the most exciting of the day, praising her courage and execution. Jacious didn't just win her heat, she announced herself to the national stage with authority. Beyond the standout performances of Melissa, Sha'Carri, Terry, and Jacious, the heats also revealed the incredible depth of talent in American women's sprinting. Athletes who narrowly missed the headlines still produced competitive times that would make them contenders in many other nations. The pre-LI Minery rounds showed that qualification was no guarantee. Every sprinter had to fight for her place in the semifinals. Rising stars gained valuable experience, while seasoned runners tested their readiness against fresh challengers. This depth underscores why the U.S. Women's 100 Millers has consistently been one of the most competitive events globally. It also adds intrigue to the upcoming rounds, as even those outside the spotlight have the potential to cause surprises. Championships are rarely won by early favorites alone. Depth often produces underdogs who disrupt expectations. The heats made one fact clear: the path to the national title will be unforgiving. With the bar set high by the leading four, the rest of the field will need to elevate further, ensuring the semifinals deliver drama. The women's 100 Miller heats at the USATF Championships demonstrated not just speed, but the importance of discipline and technique. Sprinting is a sport measured in hundredths of a second, where efficiency can outweigh raw power. Melissa's composure, Sha'Carri's explosiveness, Terry's balance, and Jacious' aggression each highlighted different aspects of sprinting excellence. Technique at the start, posture and acceleration, and relaxation in top speed phases all combined to create dominance. The heats reminded spectators that victory does not always come from raw strength alone. It comes from harnessing every technical element with precision. Coaches often emphasize that championships are won by those who conserve energy early while keeping form intact. Each of the four standout athletes did exactly that, advancing with confidence and clarity. Their ability to blend discipline with speed sets them apart from others who faltered under pressure. These heats reinforced an enduring truth of sprinting. Talent opens doors, but execution decides outcomes. As the stakes rise, the discipline displayed will become even more critical for ultimate success. The psychological effect of these performances cannot be underestimated. Rivals entering the heats with confidence left the track facing new realities. Watching Melissa dominate with ease, Sha'Carri blast into form, Terry glide with control, and Jacious fearlessly emerge created a mental challenge for others. Sprinting is as much about confidence as it is about speed, and the heats reshaped that balance. Competitors must now prepare to face athletes who have already asserted psychological authority. The anticipation for the semifinals is not only about physical readiness, but also about overcoming the intimidation factor created by dominant early displays. Rivals will need to recalibrate strategies, perhaps taking risks earlier in races or adjusting mental approaches to avoid being overwhelmed. Championships often hinge on these unseen battles of confidence and belief. The four athletes who dominated the heats now carry not only speed, but psychological leverage. Their performances forced others to respond, setting the stage for semifinals defined by not just physical races, but mental resilience under pressure. The semifinals now loom as the next decisive test, and the heats have provided a clear preview of what to expect. Melissa's composure suggests she has yet to reveal her top gear, conserving energy for later rounds. Sha'Carri's explosiveness hints at the possibility of even faster times as competition stiffens. Terry's precision ensures she will remain a constant threat, while Jacious' breakthrough adds unpredictability to the mix. The semifinals are often where the intensity escalates, separating contenders from finalists. Times will tighten, margins will shrink, and every detail will matter more than before. Rivals who struggled in the heats must regroup quickly, while the leaders must maintain focus without becoming complacent. The stage is set for an extraordinary clash, where dominance must be reaffirmed and mistakes will prove costly. Each semifinal will feel like a final in its own right, with the depth of talent leaving no room for error. The anticipation grows, with fans eager to witness who will carry momentum into the ultimate showdown. The women's 100 miller heats at the USATF Championships prove that early rounds are not mere preliminaries. They are declarations of intent. Melissa, Sha'Carri, Terry, and Jacious each use their stage to dominate, inspire, and shift expectations for the remainder of the championship. Their performances captured different strengths, but shared a common theme: readiness for greatness. Beyond times and placements, the heats revealed the mental and technical preparation required to succeed at the highest level. They also highlighted the depth of American sprinting, ensuring that every round will remain fiercely competitive. For fans, the heats were more than an introduction. They were a promise of the drama still to come. For rivals, they served as both warning and motivation. The women's 100 millers event has now become the centerpiece of the championships, carrying the weight of anticipation built by those opening displays. As the competition advances, the memory of these dominant heats will linger, reminding everyone that championships are shaped as much by first impressions as by final victories.